Hey boys and girls, this is Larry, UBRailroad.com. Check me out. Today is February 21st. It's been a month or so since I posted my last video, and that's because I have been so busy on this project. This is probably the largest project I've ever done. What I'm showing you here right now is the entrance that goes through the mountain, and then it eventually goes through the actual coal mine. Now I want to show you what I had to do. Because this is such a big opening, I lined all of my tunnels because you could see them from all directions. I used like, maybe a 16th, 3/32 strips of cedar, and then I lined them all. I used different techniques with different tunnels, but basically they're all lined, and when you view them from any direction, you'll see that they are completed. Another thing that I did on all my tunnels is I put roofs on them like this. Even though you can't see them, I put them there so that's like a hard cardboard. So like if I put a tree up here, I've got a base for it. So that's a good idea to do something like that. But let me give you a real hot tip. Whenever you're building your railroad from here, give yourself from this point right here 2.5 inches and build your road bed accordingly. I spent a lot of time filling gaps, cutting wood. It took me a long time to get everything done, and if you do that right off the bat, you're going to save yourself hours and hours of time, okay? Another thing that I had to do here is I used all this cardboard stripping, and it came off of a refrigerator box with the flaps open. It was 7 feet 6 inches by 32 by 36, and this is all I have left is about 5 strips. Okay, I used an awful lot of cardboard, and then I got to the point where I was going to be running out, so I started using tape up there, as you could see. But when you look at this, what you're going to be seeing here is there's my coal mine, then up above that is the mine shaft, and then there's the or whatever you call it, the crane room or crane house. But that's not done. I mean, that's just temporary. But you can see how all of this is going to look. It was, like I said, it was a very large project. But the neat thing about this coal mine is it's all around here in the back. Because as you come around to the back, you're going to be able to see the inside of my coal mine. You can see how the tracks go right through the coal mine. Never would they do that in the real world. But on my layout, I've got 3 tracks that go through there, and you can kind of see how it's all going to look. Now you see here we are looking through the back side of the front tunnel that I just showed you, how it's lined. There I used the tin foil method. There I used the stripping. Over here I used stripping. There I used stripping and tin foil, and then the same down there. Okay, now as you see, I've got the mine shaft comes down like this, and then I've got it in a track box, fit perfect. So I will line all of this in wood and make the necessary openings for the different layers. And now you can see the entrances to all the different mining locations. I got a couple here, got one here, I got one down in there, which I'll have more. I got a couple over there. I haven't put any down here yet. But you could kind of see that I'm going to have bridges going from this section to this section. So there'll be a bridge here and a bridge down there. Then these 2 sections right here, I'll have a little tipple here so that it'll dump into the car as it comes in. Okay? And this right here is going to be like new excavation area that they haven't quite got into. And then that little green thing, that represents a little round table. because they use them quite a bit, because when the car would come this way, they had to turn it into the elevator. So they use these quite a bit. So I'll have one here, one up above, and all of that. But I want you to see how this is now. Now this is going to be really tough to cover this in plaster, because you could kind of see, you know, there's a lot of upside down kind of stuff in here, and I can't step here, so I have to reach in with my wet cloth to cover all of this. So it's going to be a challenge. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, this got really complex, more than I thought it would. And then if you back up here, you can see what I did. I kind of put a wooden frame around it to kind of show you that, you know, it's a mining town, or you're in the mine. Okay, that's what it is. You're in the mine. Okay, now let me take you over here and show you this. You can see how I use the tin foil. Now, this is the entrance to the other side. This is where they go in or come out of the tunnel. And you can kind of see how that's lined and everything like that. Now, this area here, I have to keep that open because that's where all my electronics go. But you can see how the overall coal mine's going to look once it's all done. I think, like I said, this is probably one of the biggest things I've undertaken. It's taken me about 3 weeks to put all this together. And I mean, it's pretty, you know, it was pretty complex putting it all together and making all the road bed edges that I had to do, like right here. Here's what I had to do. I cut 2.5-inch pieces of 1x2, and I had to glue them to the side so that I would have some kind of a road bed inside. That's why I say, do that before you do anything. After you make your road bed the right width, then paint your track. I forgot to do that again, and I got to go in with a hand brush and paint it, which is very time consuming. But I did want to give you an update as to where I'm at. Now, I could only work on this until the ice out of the water, because once the ice is out of the water, guys, I'm fishing. I mean, I'm a bass fisherman, and I'm just waiting for the ice to come out. But so I'm working my butt off trying to get as much done as I can, and I'll keep you posted as I go along. Once I get this all covered, I'll show it to you again, and then you get a better idea of it. But until then, this is Larry, over and out.